Just before the commencement of council, all eyes were on Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Mr. Ibe Kachiku. This is not unconnected with recently leaked letter which has continued to generate reactions. While some ministers stayed away from him, he spent time chatting with his colleague from the Power, Works and Housing Ministry. When President Muhammadu Buhari entered the council chambers, the meeting commenced and lasted for 3 hours. Briefing journalists after council, Labour and Employment Minister Dr. Chris Wambweze Ngige says federal government is worried by the series of strikes and has resolved to implement already existing labour laws.
The report emphasized the need for government to implement the law on no work, no pay. The no work, no pay is not a rule, neither is it a policy. It is a law captured in the Trade Dispute Act of the Federation. We had to do that because of the spate of industrial crisis we suffered in the last 2 months, when we had a plethora of strikes all over the place. So Council has said, re-emphasize this to workers so that they will know. And meanwhile, for the strikes embarked on in the last time, we will see what we can do about that, because there's a law in place. There's a law in place.
Dr. Ngige added that government would henceforth not tolerate stay-put leadership in labor unions across the country.
People who are permanently doing union activities, they are presidents of trade unions for life, and they sit tight, criticize those who are trying to do third term or fourth term, but they themselves are sitting tight. And so it was agreed that my ministry should continue with our work in terms of fishing out the unions that don't have constitution that prescribes term limits for the elected officers.
For his part, Health Minister Dr. Isaac Adewale says government would henceforth limit residency of doctors to 7 years and halt private practice by those in government payroll.
Council also looked at the issue of residency training program and decided that the training should last for a fixed term of 7 years, and that after training for 7 years, individuals should exit from the program so that other people can come into the program. Council has also decided to look into the issue of private practice by medical doctors in the public sector, and a committee has been set up to look extensively into that issue, because we want to resolve the issue of what does the law of the land, what does it state, and what does the rule of professional ethics say. The law of the land does not allow any public officer to do anything other than farming.
The Health Minister added that government remains committed to resolving dispute and superiority struggle among health sector workers. The decision of the federal government to revisit the nation's labor law and introduce new reforms is coming at a time when labor unions across the country are embarking on strike in quick succession. How far can government go with these laws that have been abandoned over the years is what many in the labor movement will be waiting to see. From the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, I'm Ikharo Attah, ITV News, Abuja.